It certainly is a big bun.
It's a very big bun.
Big fluffy bun.
It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
At Wendy's, we serve a hamburger we modestly call a single. And Wendy's single has more beef than the Whopper or Big Mac. At Wendy's, you get more beef and less bun.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
Hey, I'm back in town in Valparaiso, Indiana. I had to put a floor in for my brother-in-law and my sister. This is the same Wendy's I was at doing the 20 double-stack burgers, and I'm here to do the T-Rex. There's a lot of Wendy's that do not do this anymore, but this one does, and I always wanted to try it, and here we go. Hey, she remembered me from last time, and I thought this was funny. It says your order ID is garbage. Go ahead and hit that. When I say 1, 2, and then as soon as I say 3, hit the button. 1, 2, 3.
Minute 13.
A minute 13. You want to do it in 3. That's awesome.
Hey, I was about to do the irrigation, and I've noticed back here, I just got back from out of town, so I have asparagus popping up. So I can't wait to eat some of that. It goes from, dang moles, this is a little mole, I don't know if you can see that, but from about here, it goes all the way down to about there. That's the row of asparagus, but right now this pops up first. They come back every year, but man, garlic, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. Oh man, let me stop thinking about it so I can get to work. Okay, I have some trash cans here. These are just used for compost, and I have leaves and small sticks in there. These other ones I keep in the wintertime. I keep all my hoses in here and I put them in my garage so they don't freeze up and get messed up, get brittle. I have different connections for different stuff here. I got all different kind of hoses. I got stuff I haven't used, I caught on sale. Can't pass a good deal up. Then I have another trash can I keep with all my connections in there. I know you saw, if you saw my other video, I have different connections for my barrels. I have my manifolds. I have about two or three of these manifolds. Solar powered, must have. These are solar powered. They hear that? That's a vibration noise. What that does is send a vibration through the ground and a sound, sonic sound that the moles don't like. Well, that's what I heard. They didn't tell me. And probably about, if you put one like right here, it'll probably be good for like this area, like right in this area there. So I need, like, in this backyard, I'll need one probably. Those are egg shells. I just put that in there for calcium. I'll till that in later. But I'll put one here, I'll put one here. I'll probably put one here, here, over here, and then maybe one over there. But I try to cover. They say 30 feet in diameter, but I put them about 20 feet in diameter. Okay, here's my fancy jet pump housing. I just had extra shingles left over, so I shingled it so it didn't get too messed up inside. It's getting kind of old. Built the box. And I have a plug in there. What I did was ran electrical line right there outside the garage. I ran an electrical line all the way over inside the box there, so I can plug my jet pump in. It's a little messy in there, but yeah, I write down stuff, what size tools I need for different stuff, so it's easier for me to. I won't remember it every year. I always think I do, but I don't. Okay, this is a sump pump. This goes on the other side of the house. I will show you later. This is my jet pump. It's pretty heavy. It's cast iron. You want to get a nice one. This is the output. This is the output. This is an input, and I have two on here with shut-off valves because one, I could take water from my rain totes, the big square ones, or I could take water from the 55-gallon drums on the other side. So it'll suck the water in, and when it runs low on one side, I just shut it off, and then I use the one for the other barrels. So I can have two separate ones there. What I do is just plug this up, let this run high. I don't want it to sit on the bottom because water is getting in the bottom, so I made a loop here. And you can't see really good in here, so I'll do some connections later, and that's about all for right now on this. And then I'll just screw my lines in. Then I have this. This is for the primer. Once you get water in there, I'll show you later. Once you get water in there, you want to prime this. Let this out a little bit. There you go. Just kind of let the air come out a little bit. At first, when you pour water in there until it's full. And then once all the air pockets come out from the whole jet pump, then you want to screw it down tight. Not really tight, but as long as it's snug. But I'll hook all these lines up. Hey guys, I apologize, but my fat can't fit in here with the camera. But I'm going to show you. I showed another video, but I'm sure some people haven't saw it. But this is my rain barrel, and I have a spigot on the bottom that I turn on to go to my jet pump, and I run it in back of all this mess all the way back there, and it comes out from there over into here. So, and then I attach it to the back. I'm lying to you. attach it to this one that has the two outlets on. I attach to this one or this one, and then the other one I attach to my tote. And what I use for that one, is this spigot here. This is called a banjo, and I rigged it up so I put PVC on here with the spigot. So I put a hose on here. That hose goes to the other side of this one. So when one runs low, I can turn that one on or off and then use the other side. So it helps out when I run low on one of the barrels. See these? I don't just throw hoses away. You buy these connections for only like $3, $2 to $3 at the store, and you just screw it on here and cut it off first. You know where it's messed up at, but you save a lot, especially when doing all this. I mean, over time, these do not stay in perfect condition over the years. So every little bit counts. That's what she said. Okay. Now I have, okay, this one here is to my square totes that I'm going to run over to here, and here's another end that I fixed on one. I cut both ends, and actually I needed a female end on each side, so I used a bad one and I cut it so I didn't waste one. And then I just hooked this one up to here, so when my barrels from my house, the rainwater falls from the house, when that gets low, then I'll switch the switch over to here, and then I can just turn this on. Because when I get so much rainwater that goes to the house, I transferred over to these big barrels here. I got 1, 2, 3. I have one for drip tubing that's all the way over there, but I'll let you know about that later. But that hose will be going into that pump. Then, like I said, this other one here goes to my rain barrels on the other side of the house, the 8 rain barrels over there. I'm kind of psychic, so I know people's going to ask what that tattoo on my leg is. This is what I did when I was 16 years old. I had somebody do a tattoo of Elmer Fudd shooting Bugs Bunny's head off because I got tired of seeing Elmer Fudd always trying to shoot Bugs Bunny. Then when he finally thought he did, and Bugs Bunny hit himself with that tomato, then he started crying.
Shh! Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
What's up, Doc?
Ah! 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 Oh! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh! Ah! Ah!
Hey, I apologize. That was the wrong cartoon. Here goes the real one.
Okay, let it go. Oh! You got me, pal. Oh, you got me. Oh. Oh, this looks like the end.
Goodbye, pal. Goodbye. Mr. Wabbit, say something. Speak to me. I killed him. I killed him. I'm a murderer. I'm a wabbit killer. Why did I do it? I killed a poor widow.
My contraption, there's two manifolds here. This one leaks, so I capped that off, but I used the cap from this end because it used to go here to shut that off. But I use that cap there to shut that off. But I attached this one to here so I can hook up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Let's hook it up. I'm gonna turn on my my switch here. Go over here. Oh yeah. See that? Yeah. Hope you can read. Okay, pumps on. I'm gonna get the air bubbles out. Without getting my phone wet. So I keep shooting out the top. Put this on a little bit, not all the way. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the valve on. You hear it? You gotta wait for the water to keep coming out the top. There you go. See it trickling? That means it's full. On this end, voila, rainwater. And that is from that tote there. So we are good to go on the water. Old clothesline in the summertime. I hang my clothes out to dry. A little cheaper that way. This is my gutter system that goes into here. I have a separate barrel in there that the water goes in there, and the sump pump. The sump pump sits in there. It's a brand new sump pump. It's not an old one I got from a basement, but I bought a brand new sump pump. They're not cheap, but I run the hose through here. I'll show you in a minute. That goes all the way to my other barrels, so I didn't have to put another set of barrels here. I can just run the water over to the other barrels and fill those up without having to set these up right here and take up more room. And I divert the water in the wintertime and all the ice and snow when it melts. I divert all that to my neighbor's property. Like, well, it's on my side, but it goes over there. It's a act of God. The gravity goes that direction. But that's another story. Don't even let me get started. This will be a longer video. I will not kill that lady, but I will dance at her funeral. I'll be the first one there and the last one to leave. I've told policemen this as well. Seriously. Seriously. Okay. Let's get back to this garden. Okay, so I unhook this for the winter, for the summer. I just put that to the side, just leave it like that. Then I'll get the other attachment to go to here, into here, So the water will now go into this and fill the other ones up. Okay, I got this hose hooked up, and what this is a check valve. It lets water flow only one direction. But this was making a sound, and it kept doing it all day long. Once it rained, this water would push out this way to my rain barrels over there, and then when it stopped working, the gravity would push it back inside of here and fill this back up, turn this back on, and it kept doing that. It'll burn your motor up. This is like probably $130 brand new, and I had to buy brand new because I didn't want to use an old basement sump for my garden. But what this does, it just lets it flow one direction, then it shuts off, and it can't flow backwards. So I got this in here. Make sure the valve. Let me show you before I put it in here. What this does, see, it turns on now. Once the water fills up and this floats, it turns the pump on. Then when the water goes down, once it pushes all the water out, it shuts off. So when the water's low, it shuts off. When the water builds up, it shuts on. And then it pushes all the water out. Make sure you put it in there so that can float. Hook my water up. So the water comes down into here. I have a filter inside the gutter. You can buy them at Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards in the guttering section. You'll see some filters. It's like a foam filter that you put in there. It helps the debris, and I have gutter guards that goes over the top for all the debris too, to help the leaves and everything get out of there. You don't want this clogged up. Okay, here's my other gutter with the attachment up there. Now that bungee cord is getting wore out and I need to replace it. But that just holds up the corrugated pipe. Some of that corrugated pipe like that. That just holds it up so it goes right into these barrels. And I'll show you that one here. This one's diverted right now for the winter time, so it drops there and it just goes down and away from the house. But I will be replacing that. And here's the other one that I have right here. Next year, I think I'm going to go ahead and make this go down a little further, because I've noticed this was falling right here, and all these bricks were kind of indented in the ground because it got wet, and it pushed the bricks down in the ground. So I need to divert the water a little more further so it doesn't go back towards the house. But that is the connection there that I use just for that one. I'll be taking that off and running that corrugated pipe right there up to there. And I use that on my sump pump to get that gutter to go into that barrel. So I just use what I have. You know, it's just like sex. Got to work with what you got. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, right? Try to get to this one without killing myself, but oh man, it just goes like this. I had this in there to try to keep it up. The older it gets, the more help it needs staying up. Wouldn't hurt to try to put some more around this to keep it up. should stay. And then this end goes on top of my barrels. This is the connection I put on top of one of my barrels. There we go, there's the pipe, corrugated pipe that goes in, and that's the connection right there. It goes into the barrel. I had a manifold up underneath here. Next time, if this ever breaks down here, I'm going to redo it and put it on piers. I would put it about 3 foot up so I can work on it, but there's no way I can get to anything in there if it breaks. No way. So, learn from experience. Just don't do it again. But I would put it up on piers even higher so I can work up underneath it. Real fancy back here. These are just from a job that I had that I threw on top of here just to keep this tarp on here so the algae doesn't grow. Here's my overflow again, that once it reaches all the way up to there, it'll overflow and go out there to that pipe on out into towards the garden on that way, so the water doesn't build up all the way to the top here and then just start overflowing and falling right here. That would be bad. You don't want that going towards the house and then messing your foundation up, or going all the way down and getting wet here, so all that weight pushes down, and it'll really be bad for the barrels and the house. Okay, I disconnected the guttering that was going out that way. Now I have this contraption on here that I put on the gutter. Keep this up. Somehow, every year I gotta figure out how I did it. There we go. Water comes down that direction into the barrels, so I got 2 of those going to the barrels. I have that roof going to the barrels. So in about 1 inch of water, I can get about 600 gallons at a time. That's plenty of water for my garden. I don't use 1 drop, not 1 drop for my garden of water from the city water. Not the bleach or whatever they put in the water, sea monkeys, I don't know. But I don't use any of that. I use all rainwater. Okay, and another video, that's, I told everybody, this right here, this is for algae. You want to cover this up so the sun doesn't get to the water. Once the sun gets to the water, it does it quick. It's a process. It just gets algae in there. It turns it green, builds up just like swimming pools, and you just leave it without messing with it. You don't want algae in there because it'll clog your filters up. I mean, clog the the lines up. It'll especially clog this up. I use this one for drip tubing, so you don't just pour a gallon of water on the tomato plant and all the water goes down and only the plant gets a little bit. Well, I put drip tubing in this. This right here, small hole in the end of it, but I put lines in here, and then I cut the lines and put a little bit of adapter in there that like it goes to 1 to 5 gallons per hour. So it'll drip, so the plant will get all the water instead of going everywhere else and just dispersing it everywhere else when you're not even using it, you're wasting it. So I built that to hook to this. Then the tubes come out, and I have a manifold where I have like 3 or 4 different tubes coming out that does about 60 to 80 plants. And that big tote right there is 200 to 25 gallons. It lasts a long time. Hey, just let you guys know, my backyard looks like a farm, but I'll have flower videos too of me doing flowering and stuff. I like to do landscape. I did the bricks over there in the far corner. I did the bricks around the bird bath. The whole front area. Well, everything out here that mulched I've done. I planted some elephant ears in another video right here. I'll change my mulch out right after Mother's Day from all these little helicopters that's about to bloom and fall down. So after Mother's Day, all that stuff falls, and then I'll rake that up and redo all this mulch to make it nice and red. All these right here will grow back a little better green, but here's my hostage. All those are coming up good. I have some lilies over there that's coming up, some pom-pom trees. I don't know the technical name for them, but hibiscus pom-poms. I'll have the whole front area taken care of. I'm waiting to cut the grass. I'm waiting for it to grow in a little fuller. But all that area there will be flowers. And then all my pots right here, I'll have full of flowers and stuff. And that'll be another video. Okay, that's a wrap. In the comments below, please let me know what you dislike, what you like. I mean, I can't cater to every single body, but I read all my comments. You know, I have a nice amount of subscribers. There's some other people that have a lot more than me that can't get to everybody. Right now, I'm at a stage where I can still get to every comment and keep up on it. So whatever you dislike from my videos, you like, I'll try to take if I get more of one dislike or like or something, I will try to go that route. Like all the gardening, if you want to see just gardening with no food at all, let me know. If you want to see the gardening with like a video as well, and make it even longer, I mean, you can always fast forward it, but some people have a problem with it. But I put up on the screen, usually on this side, when the bad acting ends and then the food starts. So if they don't want to see certain stuff, then they can just skip to where the food challenge starts, or have it up on the screen for at the end of it. So if you want to watch the video and enjoy gardening or cooking, I'm going to incorporate cooking later on as well. Like I said again, just let me know, and I'll try my best to do what the majority of the people like. Thank you. Hey, I have shirts here. Get them while they last. I have them anywhere from medium to 5X for only $20 a piece. Please get with me before you order. Make sure I have your size in stock. And descriptions, there's payment options. Just check them out. Thank you. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it if you subscribe to the page if you hadn't already. Click the notification bell to the right of that to be notified of upcoming videos. Hit the like button for me, and if you can, please share the video with your family and friends. Have a great day unless you made other plans.